Welcome back to the second video of this series. In the previous video, we have downloaded the Kaggle dataset and built our first gender model, getting an accuracy score of 0.76, which is not the best score, but that's the starting point. Now we're going to do much more things on top of that. But before that, let's explore the dataset first. So let's open the train dataset. I've already opened it here. Now we have 891 rows within this data or 891 passengers. Now their details are provided. However, let's check if all the columns are having any missing values or no. From the starting, you can see that cabin has some missing values and age also has some missing values. But to be sure how many of those missing values are there, we are going to insert one column on top of this. Now there are multiple ways to do it but I'm just going to choose the functions because I'm going to heavily rely on functions to do the cleaning, hence this particular step. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a function called count A, which will give me the count of the number of cells that are there within that particular range, right? And that are not empty. So I'm going to say count A of the range from A3 to 892 or 893, right? Select all the rows without the column name. I'm selecting those rows and say close the bracket and I'm going to get 891, right? So none of the passenger IDs are missing obviously, but let's see what all variables have any missing value, right? So I'm going to drag this formula till L and you will find that we have age missing, and then we also have cabin missing, right? So there are that two of them. Also, a sneaky one, we have two of the embarked missing, right? So three of them are missing values here. Let's see if we have any missing values in the test data set. I'm just going to increase the zoom here and I'm going to insert a blank row above using the count A. Let's see how many of them are there. So I close the bracket. We have around 418 passengers, which for which we don't have the survive details, and which is what we need to predict. So I'm going to drag this formula towards K, and let's see how many missing values are present. So as we have seen in the previous data set, age is missing. One fare is missing from the test data set, so I'm going to highlight that one also, plus cabin, right? So these are the variables that have missing values. But now we have to treat these values in such a way that either we delete those rows or impute those variables and ensure that there are no missing value within the data set. That's because for any kind of modeling, any kind of missing values will not be working in the models, right? So let's do some of the first steps for cleaning data. The first step that I usually do is I open up a new Excel, right? Now I'm going to combine both these data set, right? So I'm going to come to the train data set, copy all of them, right? Go back to my new sheet there and paste the data, right? Now I'm going to expand this a little bit so that I have room and increase the zoom here also. Now I'm also going to now go to the last row and paste the test data set just below this, right? So to do that, I'll simply go to the test data set, include a column here and call it survived, right? Now the survived details are not available, so I'm just going to put NA for now, right? Just for an indication, right? Then I'm going to copy the entire table, test table, and I'm going to place it just below the file that I have created, right? That way I'm exactly matching all the columns that are there within the data set, right? I'm just going to delete the 894 row because that's a column heading again, and I'll have one whole data set for me to clean the table, right? So I'm going to save this as an Excel file and I'm going to call it Titanic all, right? I also like to mention a date, so it's 23rd April 2019. So I'm just going to mention the date so that I know that this is what the file name is. So save, and I finally have saved the entire data. Now I've left the first row intentionally blank. That's because I'm going to do a count A again and treat the missing values, and we'll see that these numbers are finally getting equal to 891, right? So I'm going to say count A, drag it down, close the bracket, and I should have 891 plus 418, that's 1309 rows. Now if I drag this formula here, you should see that our age variable, um, cabin, and embarked and fare will be missing. So what I'm going to do here is, instead of me picking out what the missing values are, I'm going to apply a conditional formatting, and I'm going to say less than, right? And it's 1309, so it's going to be 1310. Um, 9 is probably better, right? So anything that is less than 1309, it's going to be highlighted in red, right? So it's okay. And I get these are the columns that are um, missing in the table. So we're going to treat this values, but we're going to do that in the next video. So keep watching.